one hand, digital marketing has been fantastic for people because you have all this great stuff and you have so much content and everything. But the other thing, though, is there's an awful lot of it. We have only so much capacity. Again, cognitive capacity. See how this course keeps looping on itself? But what it kind of comes down to is because we have so much clutter and so much noise. How do you make yourself stand out? The thing is, 3.3 billion brands a day are advertised. And so what do? We naturally defend ourselves against it. We create visual blindness. Like, for example, when they embed those banners, when you're reading an article, I don't know about you, I don't even see the banner. My eyes flip over it and go right over it. You try to erase ads. You come up with little tricks of how you can avoid ads and not look at things. For example, games on my phone have ads at the end because I don't want to pay the money. So what do? When it hits that advertisement, I put my phone down and go do something else, and I pick it up again when it's all over. The thing is, you can shut down, but the worst part of all is you create apathy. And this is why I said one of the biggest challenges for you is how do you fight status quo? So, how do I get attention? How do I change this? And this is the age of content marketing. Is there freebie stuff that I can look at that I am particularly interested in? We don't want to go it alone. And so all of a sudden, third party or referrals, other people who can vouch for something. Can I touch on your emotions by creating something personalized? Video, that's the thing. Someday I wonder if we're even going to have writing anymore. Is everything just going to be in video? But most of all, whatever you do to gain people's attention, and there's lots of options to do it, it has to be consistent with your brand. That's the thing. Some people get wildly creative and all, and they say, oh, let's be subversive, let's do this and that. But if it doesn't match up with your brand, you're going to lose people. What it comes down to is when you're talking about digital, you're talking about individuals. So it's about persona, understanding who these people are. Hyper-targeting is about aiming, trying to reach that person and make it personal enough. This is why you get those blanket emails that, it's not addressed to you, but you still know it's just spam. This is from the previous lecture about Find, Get, Grow. I'm not going to go over it again, but essentially you see what the issues are in each, and I'm just reiterating it. In terms of coming up with a digital marketing strategy, these are the issues that you need to deal with, and that's it. Who is it I'm going to target? What kind of mix do I want to put together? And what the mix is do I want to do this by email? Do I want to by social? Do I want to by search engine? How much do you want to devote to each? And the thing is, in a digital marketing strategy, normally you've got like 10 to 15 channels out there that you have at the same time. There's no rule against you can't do it in parallel. The big thing, though, is do you have the people who can track it? Because you need to respond quickly. A lot depends on what your objectives are at every stage. Again, when you talk about a company, it's about financial, strategic, and market. Am I trying to grab market share through this campaign, so I'm willing to sacrifice sales? Again, the beer industry does that all the time. And it still comes down to how I do my hypothesis and testing. And so, in terms of metrics, of course, it's about making money, experimentation. In terms of output, essentially, am I creating influencers? That sort of thing. And efficiency, how well am I converting? And so, again, when I'm talking about phases, we have the short-term, medium-term, and long-term, which also came from the previous lecture. And this is the foundation of the digital universe in more detail. Essentially, it's about e-commerce going all the way down to analytics. These are the key components that you're concerned about. And that'll take us into the last video.